song.
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate you saying that. And most people that have been saying that, we've had a huge buzz about this song, and it seems like it's taken off really good, man. And it's exciting for me to hear you guys say that.
I know that I've heard some of the last Fozzy album, and you guys were very. This song sounds just new millennium fresh, like like a brand new song. Some of your stuff before I thought was good, but it did. It sounded like you guys were more of, I don't know. It sounded the Enemy's a different style from what we're used to from Fozzy.
Well, yeah, and this is our third record now, but in a lot of ways, it's like our debut record. Because the first one was it's all original material. And in the past, we played a lot of cover songs, and it's kind of what we were doing at the time. But we decided it was best for us as a band and as musicians to kind of work more on our own and create our own sound and kind of do what we have been wanting to do for a while, which is be Fozzy and play ourselves and do our own thing. And that's kind of what we've done. We knew we would have one chance to really make our mark, so we wrote the best possible record we could write. And, people have really been responding. I mean, like I said, there's a really big buzz on this record, and the Enemy's get a lot of great airplay from all over the world. So, and it's like you said, I think it's not a cut down for you to say. It's like people are pleasantly surprised and shocked when they hear how strong this material is. So it's cool for me to hear your reaction.
You hit it. You said it yourself. You did a lot of cover stuff. You did a lot of hairband type cover things, and you guys did very well. I mean, your style, that style was very well for you. It worked well for you guys. And then I hear this, and I'm just like, wow, I am blown away by how different this sounds from doing covers of some of the hairband stuff.
Well, it wasn't really hairband stuff. It was more like kind of the Iron Maiden, Scorpion.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say hairbands.
Type thing, But it was, it was the '80s metal type thing, and like I said, it was fun for us to do at the time. And it's kind of we got a record, deal like right off the bat. We played like 2 shows and got a deal because of who was in the band. So that's kind of where we were at the time. But the natural progression of the band was to do our own thing. So. And like you said, we really wanted to make a mark and really make our own sound, and that's what we did. We worked really hard on this record to kind of create what do we want to sound like, who are we as a band, and these are kind of the results of what we decided to do.
I think it's cool. Someone who's been a guest on this show a couple times, Zakk Wylde, plays on. Is a little guest shot on your album? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Zakk played a solo on the song Wanderlust off of All That Remains, and it was cool for us to have him involved. He's been a friend of the band since we started. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually a big fan of our guitar player, Rich Ward. They have kind of a professional admiration for each other. So we came up with this track and thought he'd sound good on it. And he came down and just laid down a tremendous solo, really whipped some ass. And it's great for us to have him on the record. He kind of clears away any crap.
Every time The Rock does a movie, or any of the wrestlers involved with WWE do movies and stuff, Vince McMahon somehow always gets some kind of producing credit.
Right.
He's an executive producer of the Scorpion King or Walking Tall or whatever. Right. Vince McMahon getting any piece of Fozzy?
No, I was very careful to just make sure this is our own thing, because when he gets a piece of it, he also wants to take control of it. And, for us, this is kind of our own thing.
You could see Vince McMahon in the studio going, "No, we need to pump up a little more of the keyboard on there."
Yeah, exactly. Turn up the guitars. But and the thing about it is, it's always been my own project, and we enjoy doing it our own way, but they've always been very cool to WWE as far as promoting the band, because they realize the bigger that the band gets, the bigger that I get, the better it is for them as a company. So,
when you guys played on Raw, it wasn't even that long ago. Within the last 6 months, haven't you played on? You played on Raw?
Yeah, about 2 months ago, we played on the show.
Was that when you were the GM, right?
Yeah, when I was the GM. Yeah, and we played on there a couple times before that. And,
I thought that was great. You guys put on a great show.
Yeah, that worked out good. And like for the February pay-per-view, one of our songs is going to be the theme of the pay-per-view. And
very good. That's nice.
Yeah, they've been very Fozzy friendly, which is very cool. And even from a live setting, a lot of times we play shows after the WWE show. We'll go straight over to the club and then play a gig, in whatever town that we're in. So we kind of cross-promote and things along those lines. So yeah, they're very Fozzy friendly.
Now, I am also a singer. I'm sure you can tell from my wonderfully melodic speaking voice. But I know what it's like when you're screaming and then you have to sing. When you get on those microphones, especially when you're doing your Raw is Jericho, when you're doing your, when you host your highlight reel and stuff, you use the voice a certain way. Then, I mean, have you had any? Are there any voice repercussions that you've had to put up with from screaming into microphones for years?
It's cool. No, that's okay, but it's tough when you maybe you're streaming like in the night, and then you have to go over to a show, and and they said you do a Fozzy show, you're doing some pretty melodic singing, but. I've been taking lessons. I've been working on this with a guy for about the last 6 months to kind of do some breathing control and things on those lines. And it's a little bit difficult though to do a double shot, but I can do it. But it's fun to do. We have a tour of England coming up with just the band, so we'll just be doing Fozzy stuff. Where I won't have to be wrestling and screaming first. There's a lot of guttural noises that you're making when you're getting body slammed or getting the crap kicked out of you. So it's good just to be able just to concentrate right on the band, not to worry about doing a double duty. It's a little bit more taxing on your voice.
So it sounds like Chris Jericho will be getting injured soon in a match.
Yeah, no. It's actually in between. Okay. Yeah, they don't give me any time off for Fozzy, so I just have to weasel my way in there and do it when I can.
Hey, how did you get the gig where you were one of the regulars when it first started? The Best Week Ever, the VH1 show. You seemed to be one of the regulars.
Yeah. Well,
how did that? Can I ask how that came about?
I do like a lot of shows for VH1. I'm doing another one tomorrow. I've done probably about 20 of them. They just called me one time to do. I think it was I Love the '80s Strikes Back, and was like I'm kind of like a useless trivia magnet. I know everything about nothing, and I have no idea why. Right. So they kind of call me up for every one of these shows, and I've done so many of them, man. It's kind of funny because every week there's something new coming up. I think tomorrow is the 40 most awesomely bad love songs or something like that. So it's like,
somehow you're an expert on
all these different categories, all these different shows now. So they always call me up to do whatever, all these different, they've struck the cash cow of what people like to see, and they're just milking it for all it's worth at this point.
Can you walk down the street and not be noticed?
Usually I get noticed, but it's not like I'm getting mobbed or anything like that. It's not like I'm, Brad Pitt with all the chicks following me down the street or something. But most of the time when I go somewhere, people recognize me, which is cool, because if they didn't, then maybe I'd have some problems. But the cool thing is too, though, it's not just from wrestling. Now it's from Fozzy.
Right. You give the band the VH1.
So and to me, it's even more cool when someone recognizes me from Fozzy and tells me that they enjoy the band, rather than telling me how much they enjoy my matches, which is still cool. But like I said, for me to be building this band over the last 6 years, the same way I built my wrestling career over the last 16 years. So it's cool to see the fruits of the labor paying off. When people tell me that they like the new records, they like Enemy, they heard Enemy on the radio, and I think it's really, really great. That's very important to me.
Yeah, because how long does the body hold up with the
wrestling? Right, exactly. And I don't want to be wrestling when I'm 55 years old, like Ric Flair, God bless him, but that's just not something I'm interested in doing. And I don't want to be ending up in a drive-thru selling you a supersized shake either. So I'm looking for something to do when the wrestling winds down, and maybe the band can be it.
Order, man.
Yeah, that can't be Chris Jericho. Listen, kid, I sold out Madison Square Garden. Do you want fries with that?
Dude, Y2J just took my order, dude, at the McDonald's. Yeah. Wow. Y2J, I said no pickles. What the hell?
Exactly.
Undisputed factor. I just, and you are, do you have, I know did you marry an American girl or a Canadian girl?
American girl from Minnesota, so she was a northern girl.
So your child does it have dual citizen? Does your I don't know if you had a baby girl or baby boy, but
a boy. Yeah.
Does your boy have dual citizenship, or what is are you?
Yeah, well, I have dual citizenship because I was born in the States, so my parents are Canadian. So he has dual citizenship as well because I'm half Canadian. So now he's like half Canadian too.
See, I had read that about you, where your father was a professional athlete. You were born in the United States, however, your parents were Canadian, and you spent time in both the States and Canada.
Yeah.
Don't they make you people choose at some point?
Well, they put us in the prison camps, and then they made us decide which one we wanted.
That's about time they did that.
They sent him down, sir, and they beat a confession out of him.
Yeah, after hours of brutal torturing, I finally decided that U.S. was the place to be.
Listen,
no, but at the time, actually, when I was born in 1970, you didn't have to choose anymore. Like back in 1960, you would have to when you were 21, you literally would have to go to the court And like, you know, when your parents get divorced, if you're 8, you have to choose if you want to live with your mom or your dad.
Right.
Same thing. You'd go have to sit there and choose if you want to be American or Canadian.
Because I saw a list. I don't even know where this came up. It was an internet thing, and I saw a list of famous dual citizenship Canadian/Americans, and it was the weirdest list. It was like William Shatner and Michael J. Fox and Chris Jericho.
There you go. Yeah, we're like a hybrid superhuman race.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like all the, Matthew Perry. It was like all these people that you're like, wow, I had no idea.
There's a whole bunch of us, and we're taking over the world. We will destroy you.
Listen, I know you guys are out there touring with Fozzy, and we'd love it if you come to town one of these days. I'd love to have you in town. I think the song "Enemy" is fantastic, Chris. It really, I mean, congratulations, you guys. Did you help write the song, or who wrote the song? Enemy?
I wrote most of the songs on the record except for "Enemy," so I won't be getting any royalties on that one.
Really, and that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
The melody is fantastic, but really good stuff. Congratulations to you. You guys should be very proud of that song. I would not be shocked to find a lot of rock stations playing that song.
Well, like I said, there's a lot playing them already, and it's kind of growing as we speak. We actually have regular rotation on some stations with the song. So, I mean, yeah, people are getting into it. And like you said, it's a great song, so I'm excited that people are listening to it. And, you know, it doesn't matter who's in the band. It just matters if the song is good or not. You know, and that's important.
Well, I'm going to play it again here in just a few minutes. I thank you for being on with us. We appreciate the interview.
Yes.
Best of luck. I hope that somehow the belt gets off of Triple H soon and ends up on you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But if you spin "Enemy" enough, then I can just come live in Springfield and become like the rock and roll king of Springfield.
There you go.
There you go.
And best of luck to Fozzy. I am going to play "Enemy." It's a great song. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, best of luck. Chris Jericho joining us. Thank you, Chris.
Pretty cool. Yeah, by the way, in his 50s in wrestling right now. What he said, I hope doesn't happen, is happening. That's for all of us. The stuff that was your worst nightmare in your 30s is all coming true.
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open. Nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all is so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and brass and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They police your ass. And there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster.
Excuse me?
And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the morning disaster show. And now I spell relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and breast and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure. But they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster.
There you go. An interview with Chris Jericho to open the show. It's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. Hey, what's going on? How are you, people? Monday morning. You've got to forgive me. I get these knee shots, right? And I usually get them, and I get right after I get them, I get a big headache that's kind of crippling, you know.
Ugh.
And then that goes away like after a day, and everything starts getting normal. I got them this time, and I started feeling better in my knees. Literally, I've had a really nice weekend of a lot less pain, which has been wonderful. Except this morning, I went to wake up this morning, and I woke up with this massive headache. So,
Ugh.
yeah, it's weird because I got the shots. I think I got the shots Thursday.
So your headache was a delayed reaction.
Yeah, but usually the headache is the day I get the shots. I don't know if this is a good sign or bad sign or what, but I woke up today, and this is after this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday of really little pain. I mean, it's always pain when I walk, it's always pain, but like if I'm laying down or sitting, I have no pain, which is really nice for me. Except my head is just splitting open today. So forgive me if my attention is not as where it usually is, because it's just hurting. But other than that, things are going pretty good, right? Had a good weekend. Watched WrestleMania, which is what got me the Jericho interview to play that in the morning, because I watched WrestleMania with although Jericho's not in WWE anymore, I was in a bit of a wrestling mood. And I also tried to watch a Godzilla versus King Kong, or Godzilla versus Kong.
Now, how did that go?
I think I'm halfway through it.
Halfway?
Well, yeah, I was sort of flipping back in between the two. So, yeah.
So you wake up this morning, you got a headache, you still got your sense of taste, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have to worry about COVID then.
No, I don't have. I mean, I'm fully vaccinated. I think I'm fully vaccinated. Let's see. When did I get I got my final shot on Thursday, a couple Thursdays ago. So I'm this Thursday, I'm completely vaccinated. Yeah.
So you're all set.
Yeah. Very excited about that.
How did WrestleMania turn out?
I thought WrestleMania was pretty good. It was all right. I mean, listen, here's the deal with WrestleMania. Is I was a big wrestling fan from 1999. From 1999 till 2000, 1 or 2, I was massive. Loved it.
Well, I mean, you had the big Monday night thing going on between WCW and WWF then.
I always thought when Vince McMahon bought WCW, I thought it got shittier. You know what I mean? Because I loved the competition. I just loved wrestling then, and I watched it, So for about 10 years, I was a pretty big fan. So probably till end of 2000s,
Right.
And then since then, I don't watch as much. And I liked John Cena because I interviewed him a few times. You know what I mean? I liked John Cena. He was a nice guy, but I was just never a huge fan of him and his wrestling. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I liked Randy Orton's from around here, and I got a chance to know him as well. And I liked him, nice guy, but I was just never huge fans of that, So it's so sort of, with my take on, I love the wrestling still, but I'm just not as up on the current product. So I like the Royal Rumbles.
Yeah.
And so the WrestleManias I don't always care about, if any of that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So it's just, I'm not currently, I think that they can use a lot more. I think they put too much. It's almost there's two, like it used to be. You could tell with wrestling, you could tell at one time it was just a couple of guys that were making decisions, you know.
Right.
Now you can tell it's a committee. You know,
Yeah.
you could tell it's a committee deciding this, and they got this crew in charge of it. It's too organized now. So, yeah. And I just don't, you know. And then some of these things, like there was some guy fighting who didn't even wear shoes. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Who's wrestling without shoes? And that was last night. And I'm like, who is this guy? There was a guy.
Serious? Those shoes? Really?
There was a guy wrestling without shoes. Okay. And he was wrestling that big. I hate this guy. He was wrestling that big Irish guy that looks like Rage. You know how Rage has that red hair?
Oh, yeah.
He just looks like a giant dick. This guy also has big ginger red hair. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's Irish, and I can't think of his name, but he was wrestling a guy without shoes. Sheamus. Thanks, Xander. Yeah, Sheamus. How are you supposed to like that guy? I mean, come on.
I don't like leaving my bedroom and going to my living room without shoes. How is somebody? Oh my God.
Crazy. Yeah. So that was what I would turn over. I'm like, okay, I got to turn over and watch Kong.
Right.
So that's why I was kind of flipping between, you know. I'm flipping between this one and that one, and yeah. So that was sort of what was going on until the very end, which was Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But then it was Roman Reigns versus Edge. Edge has been on the show before too. He's he was around in 99.
Oh yeah.
And I can't believe he's still around. Holy shit, he looked great. And then they had some other guy. They had Daniel Bryan, who I've never been a big fan of Daniel Bryan, but he was out there as well. So, yeah. But it looked all right.
They had fans there, right?
Yeah, there were fans, and that was the coolest part, is that it looked more like they were getting back to normal, you know. I think it's a sense of normalcy. And I see baseball games and I see people in the stands. I'm like, I start to feel like, you know, we're getting back to normal and all that stuff. I start to think that, you know, I start to feel that we're on our way.
Yeah.
To, you know, unless we get there quicker, all these assholes will get vaccinated, you know. There's too many people afraid of vaccination that don't make sense.
Like Hillbilly Joe.
Well, because the reason why they're not getting vaccinated doesn't make any sense. Well, I heard. Who'd you hear it from? Well, I just heard.
I hate that.
Who told you this? Well, I heard that the vaccine would make you blah, blah, blah. Really? Who told you that? Oh, I just heard from someone. You can't even remember who told you. It was some kind of drastic news.
I heard you Billy Bob.
You shouldn't use vaccine, but you can't remember who told you, and you're going to take that over all of the professionals saying you should. That's what gets me. So whenever I get discouraged when I hear people say shit like that, then I see a big event where they're forcing you to get vaccines, and I see thousands of people there, and I'm like, okay, I feel better about things, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, it was nice to see in front of audiences that they were wrestling. And I guess the wrestling was like, you're either getting vaccinated or you're not wrestling.
Well, that's good too.
I mean, I think that's how, you know, which, by the way, I saw a thing about baseball that they're advising the players get vaccinated.
Really?
but they're not forcing them to get vaccinated. I'd be like, fuck that. No. You either get vaccinated or you're not playing this year. There you go.
Wow.
I mean, am I crazy for assuming that?
I think you should be vaccinated. I mean, players are out there, they're mingling with the crowds and they're dealing with the public at the same time. They should be vaccinated.
If I owned a baseball team, I'd be like, you either get vaccinated or you're not playing. I mean, I'd really like some opinions on that, because I think every job should be like that. Like we talked before about people in the medical field. There are people in the medical field who work with patients, and they don't have to get vaccinated. Are you kidding? You wouldn't have a job.
No, yeah, I agree with you there.
I mean, it's just insane. Like you're a truck driver. You deliver food to people.
Yeah.
So in your profession, you guys have to get vaccinated, right?
Oh, well, I mean, again,
you deliver food to the public.
Right.
That's what I mean. So I would think they would force you to get vaccinated. And the reason is they could say, well, why are you forcing us? It's like, we're not. No, it's really simple. Here's your choice. Either get vaccinated and you get worked and get a paycheck, or you don't get vaccinated, you don't come to work. I mean, that seems simple enough. But there's people are not doing that. Yeah. Pat's saying his girlfriend's an ER nurse. Some of her coworkers are holding off with getting vaccinated. What the fuck? You're an ER nurse? You have coworkers that aren't getting vaccinated? I mean, to me, I think that's insane. Now, I might be crazy, but at least I'm just telling you how I think. I think that's insane.
Well, we've ran into that before with people who are working in the medical field.
I know people working in like old folks' homes. We talked about this before. They work in old folks' homes. They work with people who are dying when they get this.
Yeah.
And they refuse to get vaccinated. Then I'd be like, then I refuse to give you a paycheck. Get the fuck out of here. Just go. Just don't even come to work. I mean, I think I'm sure there's like, I know that, for example, baseball players, they have a union, and the union's a strong union. So I can see them saying, well, we don't want to make our players be forced to blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's great. I would say you have a contract. We're going to pay for the contract, but you're not playing unless you get a vaccine.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, we will pay you. We have a contract that says we'll pay you. We will pay you, but you're not playing unless you get vaccinated. I'm just saying that's how I do it. I mean, what do I know? I don't have any money. I don't have any success that puts me in a position for this. But I'm telling you, if I was in charge, I'd say, here's the deal. You are either going to follow the rules and get vaccinated. You're going to get paid no matter what, but you're not playing unless you get a vaccine. And I think that's what they were doing. And of all places, I think that's what they were doing in the wrestling.
I can believe it, though.
They said, we'll pay you, but you're not wrestling unless you get vaccinated.
And like I said, I could see that.
Because I think there are people who have bullshit concerns.
Hillbilly Joe.
Well, he doesn't have a job anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. He's a waste on society. I'm talking about people. He's a drag on society. I'm talking about people who are important parts of society. Where they go, okay, you are going to get paid, but you're not, working unless you get a vaccine. And I think there needs to be more of that.
Like Sarah Jane was doing the whole back and forth on it.
Yeah. She's in the medical field.
Right. Go get the fucking vaccine.
Yeah. Get vaccinated. Who the hell do you think you are? Listen, I don't even I don't even have a job. I got a vaccine.
That's true. You did.
I mean, come on.
I
A
figured
waste
it'd
of
be
space.
August. I figured it'd be August before you got a vaccine.
Oh hell yeah! I thought I'd be the bottom. I really did for a long time. I thought I'd be the bottom of the list.
I thought you were going to be like August of 2023, and then they'd go, "Oh, you're still around? Yeah, we'll give you a vaccine."
I had a wife. I had a wife that wouldn't stop. My wife called every day.
She was proactive about it.
Yeah, she called and talked to whoever she had to talk to say, when is my husband going to get a vaccine? Well, yeah, I mean, she got her shot before me, but I'm saying,
Well, you know,
I'm saying she did call every day. My daughter got, and our daughter has an immune problem as well, so she was calling every day, and that's how we got our shots because my wife was proactive.
right.
You know, she was
So because your wife was proactive.
yes. She was enough of a nuisance to somebody where they're like, oh, just give these people their shot.
Oh, I hope she did not hear that. Or you are going to be in a world of trouble.
But I'm telling you, it was her hard work. That's what got us our shots.
Okay, that's a little better.
Like I see people just now getting their shots, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so late. And I guess it's not that it's late for everybody else, it's because it was early for me.
That may be the case.
But I really thought I would be the last one to get one. I really did.
Like I said, I thought you'd be like 2023. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're still here? We'll finally give you a vaccine.
We were hoping you die.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Whoa,
sorry. Oh,
you're still around?
damn.
Shit,
Yeah.
guess we got to give you one. All right.
Well, someone give a shot to the fat guy. Yeah. So it
Well,
took
that's
a-
what they're saying when Fat 420 walks in.
Yeah, but I think Fat 420 got his I think Fat 420 got his shot. I mean, most of our listeners have gotten their shots now, right? Am I not paying attention?
I think so. I mean, we've only got a couple that haven't. Of
Well-
course, you browbeat them now.
I seriously, I don't mean to browbeat anyone, but I mean, I know Hillbilly Joe last week
Well,
told
yeah.
us he ain't gonna get it. And
There's-
we called him. Yeah, Fat 420 says he gets his second one this week. Thank you, Fat 420.
I mean, Hillbilly Joe. I didn't expect anything more out of him.
I mean, come on. But then again, when people like Hillbilly Joe say they're not going to get it,
That makes me
know
feel better about getting it.
but I'm saying like the medical professionals, like the people in charge, you know, when Hillbilly Joe doesn't get it, they say, "Oh, who cares?" You know, they go,
That's where Darwin will take over.
"No, they seriously." I think the medical professionals say, "Well, he's really not part of society." I mean, seriously, no offense to Joe, but he doesn't have a job. He's on some form of, whatever, disability or whatever.
Right.
Never leaves his house. I mean, occasionally goes out to Dollar General or
Dollar Tree.
yeah, he swings by the drive-through every once in a while. But for the most part, they're like, it's not like he's out gallivanting amongst the normals. So
Oh, wow.
if he doesn't want to get one, fine. I think there's sort of that feel that America has going on. I think there's,
Oh, there's certain ones we'll just let.
I think there are certain people that they're just like, what? This is what I thought with me.
that you would be on in that category.
Yeah, I don't have a job. I don't have to be anywhere. You know what I mean? So I thought that they'd be like, screw him. He's home, whatever. If he gets a shot, whatever. So that's why we had to be proactive.
Right.
You know, like I'm old, but not super old. So I thought I'd be waiting to get my shot until God knows when, you know. Proactive, they'll give it to you. Now there's like DC saying he gets his first shot on the 22nd. Yeah, but DC's like, you know, a young man.
Right.
He's healthy, you know.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
He looks good in a mask. I mean, here's what I think it is. I think it's the good-looking people,
Oh, here we go.
like myself.
Oh, here we go.
I think there's people that say it's a damn shame that Ray has to mask up everywhere he goes
I wasn't saying that.
because he's so handsome. It would be better if we could give him a shot first. So then he doesn't have to mask up.
So,
You know.
so you honestly believe that might have been the case?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, like maybe they said something like they go, well, let's let the good-looking people.
Uh-huh.
By the way, they should have determined it like this. They should have said, look at her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Should have said, and I don't know who her is, just whatever attractive woman. They might have said, well, we want to get her vaccinated first so she can walk around without a mask. It's better for the world. You know? I think that's the plan, to let all the good-looking people, you know.
If that was the case, then I should have been marched in at gunpoint ahead of you.
I'm just saying. they should have considered this.
Save the good-looking people.
There's a lot of good-looking people who haven't gotten shots yet. You know? A lot of good-looking younger people still have not gotten their shots. I'm just saying they should have been first. Like the ugly ones, like myself.
But
People
see,
like
now you're
me.
back into the dead last
Yeah.
part of the category there.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is how I got it in the first place. People like me, in all seriousness. Who cares if I'm wearing a mask? You know, there's nothing. There's nothing you want to see here. You know, who wants to see this? If I have to cover it up a little bit longer, that'd be okay.
Actually, it is kind of funny when you take your picture after you've worked out, and then you got the mask under your chin. It kind of looks like your mask is a bra for your head.
Well, it's just because when I'm done working out, see, I work out with my mask. So as soon as I get into the car after work, because you walk through the club, you're all sweaty, and that's the biggest thing, is the mask has so much sweat on it that when I get in the car, the first thing I do is just go and just pull it down.
Right.
And you just pull it down to
But the way you pull it down on your head, it looks like a bra cup holding up your head.
I guess I never thought of that. No, I just pull it down, just to not have the wetness, And then I always feel like my face looks, like my face looks, weird because it's been damp. While wearing the mask when I work out.
Right.
But I will work out with my mask on, and I'll judge assholes who aren't wearing a mask.
Well, you are a
I
very
will judge
judgmental person anyway.
Yeah. I can be judgmental.
Can be.
I try to not be, but I can be a little judgmental at times.
A little.
Very, very little. But
I'm not wearing my boots, Ray.
Fat 420 says there was a boob shown on WrestleMania. I didn't catch the boob. When was
What?
the boob shown, Fat 420?
Ah,
I didn't see a boob. Must not have been watching that part.
I love boobs.
I must have been watching Kong and Godzilla. Oh, by the way, I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way, but I got to stop this. I really have to stop this.
What's that?
You know, we do the show daily for free every day from 8 till like 9:30 or 10, you know.
Yeah.
And then on Friday and Saturday, we do the subscription service. We do the patreon.com/morning disaster, where you pay $5 a month to get a subscription. Also, if you get the subscription, I give out picks for my sports picks every night. Okay.
Okay.
Which I love giving out picks. But I'll tell you, TJ, I got to stop this. I got to stop the jealousy.
What, of people having good picks or something?
Well,
Or
I
using
have.
your picks and making money?
Yes, that's exactly right there.
Oh, Ray.
There's something wrong. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with me, and I got to get past this.
You are helping to better society. Because
Yeah, and
people who are using your-
I should be happy about this. I had a guy. Let me go to my Facebook. Let's see. I put a pic up yesterday. Fat 420 just sent me the picture of the boob. Way to go, Fat 420. Nice boob shot. I put
You know how bad that sounds.
yeah. Way to go. Fat 420 just sent me a boob pic. By the way, it wasn't his boob. It wasn't his boob. It was a WrestleMania boob.
You got to look at 420's boobs.
Excuse me while I take care of myself. I'm looking at Fat 420's boobs. I put up a pic on my Chubby Ray picks yesterday. All right. And I had said, I go, I'm going to pick Zion Williamson on the over for points. In fact, I'm going to put a bet on Zion Williamson scoring over 30 because that's how confident I feel about it.
Right.
So I put that up. I put that up as a little note. I should like when my listeners send me a note saying, thank you so much for that. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. I put $100 on Zion Williamson to go over.
You know what? I'm never betting on the Cubs again. I love my Cubs. I'm never betting on the Cubs again. Never.
And I said that. I said that before. It says that kills me every year. Every year. But here's the deal. So this guy sends me a message thanking me for the Zion Williamson pick. I should be happy that the guy was thanking me for giving him this pick because he's obviously excited. All right. Guess what goes through my head when I read it?
You son of a bitch. You got more money than me.
Yeah. What goes through my head is I go, oh shit, I only put $20 on that. So I should be thinking this guy just made a shitload of money.
Right.
Because of my advice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I should be. But instead, I'm like, that fucker's rubbing it in my face.
Oh, nah, come on. Everybody's thanking you for helping them have extra money.
I know. I'm just telling you, I have a problem.
You have a serious jealousy problem.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. I wish to God I didn't, but I read that and I'm happy.
You got all mad at me Friday and accused me of a bunch of stuff. And the next thing I know, I got to deal with the deal freaking T.
I'm happy that pick won because I was really confident in that pick. I knew Zion Williamson was going to have a big game. That's why I
You've
put
been
that pick
saying
on
that
him.
for a couple of weeks that he's just
Yeah,
been
I've been
unstoppable.
saying it. Yeah, and I knew against Cleveland, and I was really. By the way, the guy, super nice guy, super quiet guy, who was just thanking me for the pick.
And yet you're getting jealous.
And now I'm getting angry as I read him thanking.
Ugh.
Like, oh, you son of a bitch! I only put 20 on it. He put 100. He won, so much more money than me.
Oh, you see this? Adam's got an idea for you, Ray.
I'm telling you, I have such issues. I don't know what's wrong. I have issues. I really have. I need help. I've got to somehow get to a.
Have you considered professional psychiatry?
No, I should.
psychology?
I should get someone to talk to a couple times a week. Especially now, where COVID means I wouldn't have to leave the house.
Oh, cool. Fat 420 sent me the boob pic too. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so that's what's my jealousy of my users, But now that I mentioned that I get jealous, everybody sends me, "Hey Ray, great pick with this and this. I won $130. What'd you take in?" So people, I'm not going to tell you what I bet anymore on games. So I'm not going to tell you how much money I bet.
That's great.
It's none of your concern.
That is great.
None of your concern. Yeah, but TJ, I'm like you. I don't care if it's $5. I'm just not putting it on the Cubs anymore.
No, I mean it killed because I did. I put the money on the Tigers and I put the money on the Cubs, and both of them lost. I'm like, oh, well, I kind of figured Detroit was going to lose, but I took that pick anyway. But the Cubs, I was like, oh, you bastards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love the team. I hate you bastards for making me lose money.
And I've told you guys before, if I ever pick the Cubs, and I've told you guys before, if I ever pick the Cubs, take it with a grain of salt because I don't, because that's my team. So I don't think about them clearly.
It's like with hockey. I'm a big Blackhawks fan. I love the Blackhawks. And I can see that it's probably going to be a loser, but I still want to put the money on the Blackhawks because that's my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll make picks later today. If you are a subscriber, you'll get your daily picks. So I love to see people win. I just wish I dealt with the jealousy better.
Hey, Ray, I got to tell you about something that happened on Mayhem this weekend.
How was Marvin stealing the show?
No. It happened with Steve. It was so great.
Oh, what'd Steve do?
Okay, I've got a picture of Rage in full-on drag.
Okay.
When
was Rage in full-on drag?
Yeah, but it was for a wrestling show, but he was in full-on drag. Dress and everything. All right. Steve's like, whoa. Hey, hook me up with her, TJ. She's pretty hot. So Steve's like, no, Steve, that's Rage. Oh, God, no. He actually thought that was a woman.
Steve, we're going to hook you up with Sandy Balint, Sean's good-looking cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the poor guy had a 15-year drought, and it's like, oh man, we've really got to help out Steve because if he's thinking Rage is hot, this is not good.
We'll hook him up with Sean's cousin.
Yeah, there you go. Get him set up for a night with Sandy.
Yeah. I don't even know if I have a picture of her or not, but let's see if I do. I don't know. If I had a picture with her, I'd show you. I'm just not seeing one pop up,
I'm just watching it in the chat room now. Steve's like, no, no, no.
I'm just saying. We'll hook you up, Steve.
Yeah.
She's a good looking piece of ass. I wouldn't eat that ass. What? Nothing.
Sandy's boobs are much bigger than Regina's.
We'll hook you up. I don't know what was up with Sean Bullet. He was on Facebook all weekend. He was gallivanting around the state. I don't know where he was going. He was just driving around places.
What? Again?
Yeah, is he fully vaccinated?
No, he's only got one shot.
I'm not sure he should be gallivanting all over the place the way he's going.
I think he got Pfizer and he's only got the one.
Oh, gee, yeah, you got to be he's got to be a little bit more careful than that.
Isn't he more susceptible because he's already had COVID?
Well, no, he's had it, so he should have some antibodies already in his system. But
oh, okay.
I don't know. All I know is I want the vaccine to work. That's all I know. So I'd like, as many people as I care about to get vaccinated. That's what I know for sure.
So the listeners,
yeah,
and some of us,
like if Hillbilly Joe doesn't get vaccinated, I don't care. But I want people I care about to be vaccinated.
Right.
Get vaccinated, everyone. We need you vaccinated.
Don't be a Joe.
Yeah.
Really?
People I don't care about, whatever. Be vaccinated or not. But the ones I do care about, I want you vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's that clear. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Finally at the point where this weekend I'm going to go pick up my kid.
Yeah, you're right. You'll be past.
I'm past.
You got the Johnson & Johnson. You had to wait 2 weeks, and now you're fully vaccinated.
Yep. And I'm going to go get my boy and have him for the weekend.
Look at that. God,
I can't wait.
When will you be back? When are you leaving? When are you?
I'm heading out here this afternoon.
Where are you going?
My usual, heading to Texas.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where from at that point, but obviously probably going to be a quick shot back around St. Louis and then hopefully be back Friday midday, and then I can go get him and bring him on home for a little while.
What are you taking to Texas? Are you picking up in Quincy again, or?
Yeah, I'm picking up a load of pocket pussies, and I take those to Texas.
Right, dropping off pocket pussies.
I'm going to see if I can get one to fall off the truck so we can get Steve taken care of.
There you go, Steve. We're going to get your pocket pussy. All right.
But yeah, just calcium. This place, they do, it's called Polymer Adhesives that I go to every week. Yeah. Really cool people there. Their shipping and receiving department is awesome. There are a lot of, those guys always have food in the morning. Like you come in, hey, we got donuts. Oh, what'd you get? Krispy Kreme. Ooh.
So they always give you donuts when you go to pick up?
Well, I mean, whatever they picked up, like I've gotten in there and they've got like donuts, or I've gotten in there and they did, they're doing like a potluck or something. Hey, yeah, come on, grab some food. Like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm a skinny guy looking for a sandwich. I got to eat.
So that'll be on your way down, and then you'll take whatever they give you and you drop that off in Texas.
Right. And what it is it's like a calcium filler for the adhesives. There you go. There's Sandy. All set for you, Steve.
By the way, I just shared. Look at that. I just shared a picture of. That's me with Sean's cousin. That's Sean's cousin, Sandy.
Yeah.
This is down at the Halloween parade about 3 years ago.
Oh God!
Look at her. She looks good though.
There you go. Yeah. All set for Steve.
I'll set you up with her, Steve. You can see she's kind of puckering there.
Yeah.
She loves yeah.
Bet she knows how to smile like a donut.
She knows how to pucker. I mean, she's not my cousin, but you know. I mean, she's Sean's, but
Right. And yeah, he'd have to deal with that. She is related to Sean.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
there you go. Steve will set you up with her. Yeah, buddy. You can knock off a piece of that.
Poor Steve. He's been reeling all weekend. Like, I cannot believe I thought that was a woman.
So you showed a picture. What is the picture of?
Let me see here. Let me see if I can hunt it up here real
Yeah,
quick.
the picture of Rage. I'd like to see what.
Oh my God, it's funny.
Rage looks like. As
And I mean, it's not even like, it doesn't even look like there was a whole lot of effort into that picture at all.
I'm sure there wasn't.
Well, I mean, it was Rage. So,
Yeah.
all right, let me see if I could share this to you. There you go.
Let me get a look at this. Oh, Steve, Steve, you thought that was attractive? I mean, for
Yes,
God's sakes. I mean, for heaven's sakes.
Uh,
A summer breeze. So they gave him the name of Summer Breeze.
yeah,
Good
that's
Lord, he
a
looks,
running
he looks horrible. Look at him.
poolside path. Like, oh, holy hell.
Oh my God.
And Steve's like, yeah, I'd date that.
Yep.
I'd take that out.
Boy, poor Steve. It's been a long time, Steve.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a long time. If
Oh, God.
you look at that and say, yeah, I'd not take a knock at that.
I'd throw a shot into that one.
Take a swing at that.
I mean, that's horrible. And I'm going, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, God, you didn't.
I have a picture of Hillbilly Joe that is so. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Not too small. It's too small.
it's pretty small.
Yeah. I wish it was.
Which is what they say to Joe quite frequently.
A picture of Hillbilly Joe that's disturbing. So I figured I'd share it with you. Sorry. I thought you guys, yeah. I thought the picture would be bigger. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, it was of Joe.
Yeah.
So, you know. What I've heard, you get a whole lot of big out of Joe.
Yeah. Good old HBJ.
Oh,
Yeah, he
God.
looked ridiculous. He looked ridiculous there. But no Nick today because Nick is he had to run to one of his locations with work because they're having some kind of emergency. So he has to be he has to be surrounded by COVID is what I got from his thing because of something going on at work. So
Yeah.
thoughts are with you, Nick.
And, yeah. We don't want Nick running into COVIDville, but now he's got
Yeah.
to. Oh, no.
At least he's been fully vaccinated.
Yep.
Poor bastard. Oh well.
God. And, and that's going to start happening with everything opening up. Obviously, we're going to have things crashing or having problems and as people start getting out and about more.
Yeah.
And it's just going to tie a lot of us back up again.
Yeah. I just want this to be over.
I'm ready for it to be over. I mean, now granted, a lot of my hobbies are outdoors and away from people, but I'm just so ready. I want the option to go into a baseball game.
Terry says he just left Jacksonville Nobody wearing a mask. He's headed to Springfield now. I think that,
Why
I
is it
think-
not a surprise?
dude, I think that's the weirdest thing is that there are areas where they refuse to wear a fucking mask.
Well, you know
It's like-
what? It kind of ties back into what you were saying last week about vaccine profiling. I think that's why Jacksonville's just getting Moderna.
Yeah.
They're vaccine profiling and they're sending that
They're
Moderna
like-
to Morgan County.
They're like, oh, it's trash. I'm telling you, there are places that just, there are places that they just, for whatever reason, they just don't care.
Yeah, I
They
mean, it's
refuse to wear the mask. They refuse to get the shot. It's like, God damn.
strange. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know this is a virus. You know it's a deadly virus. You know that this has been through testing. You know
People
that
are dying.
out there now. You know that people have died from it, and now you're still going to stand there and go, well, it might affect my erections. I'm not going to go get a vaccine.
I guess I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand it. All I know is when you get vaccinated, there's a bunch of free shit you can get. You know what I mean? Like you can get a free Krispy Kreme.
That's a good bonus.
Yeah. But now there are places that are offering beer. Like here's the latest
What?
company. Yeah.
I'm in.
Here's the latest company. Sam Adams.
Yes.
If you buy a Sam Adams at a bar and send them a photo of your vaccination sticker, they will send you $7 to cover the price of your beer.
Oh, nice. Okay, I've got to go to Applebee's.
How about that? They're
I got to
saying
go to Applebee's.
they're saying that they want to get people who've been vaccinated a free beer. I think that's cool.
I love beer too.
So
Obviously.
if you like a Sam Adams, get a Sam Adams.
Oh, dude, Sam Adams is a great beer.
Then send it to Sam Adams and they will send you $7 for the beer. They're saying it's on them. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, Sam Adams is an awesome beer. Oh, now I'm drooling.
By the way, there's a volcano that erupted in St. Vincent.
Really?
In the Caribbean, and only people who have gotten the COVID vaccine are allowed to evacuate.
Wow.
I will explain. People are wanting to evacuate because it could be deadly, right?
Right.
So other countries are taking people in. Other countries are saying we'll only take the vaccinated. We're not going to take people who have not had the shot. And they're refusing to take them.
Wow.
Okay, here's the amazing. There are still people refusing the vaccination.
So they would rather die than get the vaccine.
It's like, are you kidding me?
I would rather get run over by molten lava than
We
get
have
wow.
We have an island with a volcano that is erupting. And they want to evacuate the people off the island. And they're telling them, once you get vaccinated, then you can leave the island. And some people are still going, no, I'll risk my luck.
Wow.
I'd rather not get vaccinated. I mean, that is
Wow.
shocking. That's shocking to me. It's happening. It's happening right now.
I don't get it.
It's the most bizarre thing.
That's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
There's no other way I can word it. That is a very special type of stupid.
There was a woman.
Can't get any worse than that.
A woman goes into Dunkin' Donuts last week, and the Dunkin' Donuts employee says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but can you please put on your mask? We only serve masked customers here." The woman flew into a rage.
Oh, I feel so sorry for her. Oh, you mean anger?
She then grabbed the tip jar.
What?
She grabbed the tip jar and threw the tip jar at the Dunkin' Donuts worker, hitting her because she asked the woman to put on a mask.
What is wrong with people?
You see, for me, you go and arrest the woman. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Pick her up, throw her in jail. That's where she deserves to be.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Oh, they ask you to put on a mask for 3 minutes, long enough to get your donut and get out, and you're going to throw a tip jar. Oh.
Yeah. If you don't want to wear a mask, then just don't go into that place.
How? Wow.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't get, I see this all the time. These people who go into these stores.
Right.
And then they get pissed off when the people in the store say, you have to wear a mask. We have a rule about wearing a mask. And then they get all pissed off.
Right.
Why do they keep going into these places? Why do you keep entering the places where you are required? You're required to wear a mask. So why would you go in this place? If you don't want to wear a mask, fine, don't. But then you can't enter into
certain establishments.
Yeah. By the way, it's most stores, unless you're in fucking Jacksonville, where you have to wear a mask.
I mean, it's just I don't get it.
It's because the corporate liability. Most stores are forcing you to wear a mask. If you're going to come shop in this place, wear a mask.
Well, yeah.
So either you wear the mask or you don't go in there. Steve says, I don't like wearing a mask, but out of respect for others, yes.
Exactly.
You wear one. You do what you're asked.
That's exactly the point.
Listen, I'd like to walk around naked too, but I wear a shirt and shoes because I want service.
Notice he said shirt and shoes, everybody. He forgot the pants.
Well, you know what I mean. Was it no shirt, no shoes, no service or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make, of course, if they say wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't wear the mask, then you don't deserve the service. Why you got to make an ass of yourself? That to me, I think that is the most. I think that's the most troubling thing.
That is why certain people, and I'm not going to say any names, certain people should not be allowed to procreate.
Yeah.
Those people are perfect examples.
By the way, more people are booking cruises right now.
Oh, really?
Than they did before the pandemic.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah.
You've done it. I would say you've done one, haven't you?
I did one when I was 20. Shit. I was broadcasting in Peoria. So early on. And John Lamb and I had to do that. We had to do, so we were forced to do it.
Oh.
And at the time, like my wife didn't go with me and I missed her. You know what I mean? It was a miserable. It could have been a cooler trip, but it was miserable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If your wife wasn't with you, especially back then.
Yeah.
Because like you
too young.
did everything together.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like literally walking around and, and it was all, we were in our early 20s.
Right.
And everybody else was like above 40.
Mm.
So, and I look at women now in their 40s They look pretty damn good.
yeah.
They look pretty freaking good. But back when I was 23, 24, coming
Right.
home to, my wife was a major piece of, I mean, she was my wife in her 20s. My wife's beautiful now, but in her 20s, holy shit.
But
So I was on a cruise and, some 40 some odd year old woman. Would you guys like come on over and have some drinks with us? Oh my goodness, God no. So I'm saying that it was not a good trip for us. You know what I mean?
right.
So I don't have fond memories of it. But people are now booking cruises even more now than they were before the pandemic. And the cruises aren't supposed to start until, like, they're booking them in advance.
Oh, okay.
However, a new survey found that people who refuse to get the COVID vaccine
Right.
are the ones that say they feel safer traveling than those who are vaccinated. Oh my God. I got to tell you, my Facebook thing is filled with people constantly going to Florida who are not vaccinated.
My job puts me out where I've got to travel all the time, but you are fully vaccinated and you kind of stand on that precedent. You're not a big fan of leaving ever.
I don't know. Cruises are cool. I think I might enjoy one now. Of course, now I'm bigger, Even then I didn't enjoy the bathrooms. And I was in my 20s.
Okay, so you're saying that the bathrooms were too small.
The bathrooms seemed kind of small, the cruise I was on.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now, didn't Carnival Cruise Line get into all that trouble a while back? I mean, they were having all sorts of problems.
And with the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been on a cruise for a long time, but
it's on the bucket list. It's one of the things I want to do. I do want to take a cruise once.
Kathy says cruising's wonderful, but she wouldn't want to go now. She cruised with her daughter. Oh, I'd take a cruise with Kathy's daughter.
Yeah. Who would?
I'd take a cruise with your daughter. Yeah. Kathy.
Oh, good old Vic.
Show her a good time.
Wonder what kind of cruise.
No, I would go to I would attempt to take a cruise,
Just I want to go one time on my bucket list and just do one cruise, maybe a Caribbean cruise.
So I went on a cruise in my 20s.
Yeah.
It wasn't that fun. I think in my 50s, I think I'd like it,
I don't know, Ray. I don't know if they've got good internet on those cruises. You may not be able to sports gamble while you're gone.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go anywhere with no sports gambling.
Yeah. I mean, if you can't gamble, I don't know.
No. Pat says he loves it. He's talking now. He says he loves it. He said,
oh, there you go. They got casinos on the boat.
yeah, but he says he got a refund from a cruise that he booked before the pandemic. And he's planning on rebooking it.
There you go.
Of course, he and that girlfriend,
Well, I haven't seen his girlfriend. She
they're acting like they're in their teens.
Oh.
Fucking all the time.
Well, you can't blame them for that.
Just saying.
I mean, if you and your wife could act like you guys were in your 20s again.
Good.
I mean,
Yeah.
would you be doing a show or would
Yep.
or would you be enjoying the private life with your wife? I mean, come on.
Well, my wife would, I'm not sure what my wife would say.
Mm.
I mean, I know what I'd pick, but you know,
Yeah, it would not be show, that's for sure.
yeah.
Well, it'd be a show, but only for you.
I think she'd be like, you know,
Ugh, go entertain your listeners. Leave me alone.
yeah. Don't you want to do a show, or don't you want to go? And there's something else you could be doing, and I don't blame her. Let's see. COVID vaccinations in the U.S. 119.2 million people have now received at least one dose of vaccine.
So, does that mean that we are now over a third?
No, that's 35% of the population.
Well, third's 33.3.
In order to reach herd immunity, we need to be over 75%.
I said, are we over a third? And
I don't know. I don't give a shit about a third. All I know is I care about 75%. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Ray. You know what? Adam does have a good point. You'd be taking a lot of showers.
Yep. Yeah, buddy. I would be. I don't know how big the showers are, though. You know what I mean? You know?
Okay, so we've got to get over 75% to get to herd immunity.
Yeah. Which I don't know if we can get that because so many dumb people won't take the fucking shot. So I don't know if we'll ever get to, you know.
I think we will. I think it's going to be a combination, but I think we're going to get there. And it's
and we have a lot of problems. We do have a lot of problems with certain people who, with the hillbilly Joe types.
right.
But we also have problems with immigrants. Don't want to take the shot. We have problems with poor people. We have problems with people living in the inner cities.
Right.
And we have problems with immigrants. Jesus Christ.
But, you know, like I was saying, I think we're going to get there, but it's going to be a combination. I mean, it's good. Unfortunately, it's going to be more deaths, and it's going to be people going and getting the vaccine. And I think that's what it's
one of these weird strands, one of these weird versions of COVID will pop in amongst these people.
right.
And then when that starts spreading, then we're all screwed. So what I'm saying is, you know, we need to force people to take the immunity or to take the vaccination. Like, for example, these people who are here, immigrants trying to attain citizenship.
right.
That's easy. I'd say, fine. If you don't take the vaccine, you will never be considered for citizenship. Boom.
Done.
I saw a thing this weekend it was in the Drudge Report.
Uh-huh.
The amount of Marines, guys currently in the Marines,
Uh-huh.
are refusing the vaccine.
Really?
Fuck that. I'd give an order. If you're in the armed service, if you are in the armed forces, take the vaccine. Just if I'm not mistaken, and you were in the service,
Right.
when they sent you to the Middle East,
Oh,
did
God.
they give you the option?
No.
Seriously, did they give you the option to take the plague or whatever it was, the anthrax vaccine?
No.
No, they just gave it to you, right?
I got the anthrax vaccine. I got the smallpox vaccine. I got vaccine for dengue fever. I got a vaccine for, God, there was like 10 of them, 10 or 12.
And I'm saying, did they give you an option? No.
It was, you are getting these shots, and then you are going to go. We got a 48-hour layover to see if there was any effects. Mine went longer because I got affected by the anthrax vaccine. And I had to get over that. But
your vagina numbed up.
yeah, I had a numb mangina.
I'm saying,
oh no, dude, that was horrible.
I'm saying right now, If the Marines don't want it, I'd say tough shit.
Well, and I mean, I don't
Tough
get
shit.
that. When they say, oh, the military's refused, what?
No.
Since when did anybody in the military ever get to refuse anything?
Yeah. It'd be like, you join the military.
Well, once you take the oath and the oath is for life, but once you're in the military, you're not people, you're government property.
So why don't one of the generals, and I don't even know who'd have to do this. Is this something the president has to do, or is this somebody with the Pentagon or whatever? Somebody just say, okay, fine. I order you guys to take the vaccine. Take the vaccine.
I mean, it would be a lot quicker if the president did it because he's the commander in chief and all he's got to do is sign his pen and done.
Yeah.
It'd be rapid fire for the vaccine all the way through the military. But I mean, it could go down to the Pentagon putting out an order, or it could go down to individual post commanders or unit commanders saying, no, you're going to do it.
I mean, I don't know how it works. It seems to me like, and maybe this is on Biden, I don't know, but this should not be a problem.
No, it really shouldn't. I mean, like I said,
it should not be a problem. The president should just say, armed forces has to take, for the safety of our armed forces, you have to take the vaccine. Boom, get it done.
I mean, it'd be quick at that point.
Yeah. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say, we'll let you guys think about it. No.
Well, and I mean, if they get the chance to think about it, because in the service, I'm telling you, you get shots all the time. They got a chance to think about it. They're going to go, ugh, I don't want to get another one. I've had enough of this shit. Feel like a piss cushion.
I'm saying I don't know how it works. All I know is that I've had friends, you being one of them, who were in the service that didn't have a choice. They just had to take the shot.
When I deployed, and I deployed quite a bit, it was another round of shots.
Yeah.
There was one they said they were giving me that was supposed to be a test. They're like, oh, everybody's getting this right now. What is it? Oh, it's an experimental vaccine for herpes. Why are you giving me a vaccine for herpes?
Yeah, well, they don't know what you're up to. You look like the type.
Oh, I do, huh?
You look like the type. You don't know where to angle the dangle or dangle the angle or whatever. I can tell.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying that I can't believe, can't Biden order them, or can't the Pentagon order these guys to? Then somebody needs to do it. They need to quit, quit trying to be too nice.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean,
I've heard some stories from some friends of mine that are still in now, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you'd hate it." And I said, "Oh, what's going on?" And they go, "It's the kinder, gentler military." Like, we're never going to win a war that way.
No, you order them to take the vaccine or get the hell out.
I was like, we never had choices in different things. Now, did I have a choice on what I wanted to eat for dinner? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've still got that. But hey, time to go. Shit, here we go. All right, time to strap the wall locker.
I'm telling you, I don't know. All I know is that if we're going to get to this active immunity or whatever we're trying to get to, Pete says I shouldn't use the word herd immunity. We should use attained immunity. All right. If we're going to get to this attained immunity, we need as many people to get vaccinated as possible. And the military shouldn't even be an issue.
No, it shouldn't.
They're saying like 40% of Marines. Fuck them.
I go right back to, I cannot believe this is a vaccine that's keeping people safe. I can't believe that the U.S. military of all places is going,
in all seriousness,
you got a choice.
Is anyone listening to me say this? And if you disagree, please put it. If you disagree, put it in the chat room or call 815-414-2125. If you somehow disagree, I'd love to hear your reason why, because maybe I'm not thinking about something. Maybe there's something that's clearly right in front of me that I missed, but I think,
So suck it up, cupcake.
yeah,
Oh, God.
I think people need to,
There's an old chestnut.
yeah. Holly says, because you can't force anyone to do anything, even if it's better for the nation. So I look at it as, do I want someone to make me do something I don't want to do? And it would lead to so many lawsuits. That's the way laws and constitution were written. But I'm not disagreeing. Yeah, I'm just saying, when it comes to the armed forces, though,
That's
that's never been the case. They can force when you give up your choices when you join the armed forces. A lot of things
in the military, once you are in your job skill, you're at your permanent duty station, you're doing what you need to do. If something like this came up, and I'm talking late 90s, early 2000s when I was in, and obviously when I came back to go to college, I was going to go and get promoted and stuff like that. But we didn't have a choice. It was, you will do it now. And that was it.
Yeah.
So we take the oath to uphold and defend and protect the Constitution of the United States.
But I'm saying when you join, you understand that you're going to lose some choices and stuff. So can't someone just give an order?
Exactly. And Holly hit it right on the head. I mean, we take the oath to uphold and protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. But as being in the military, a lot of the choices that you would have as a civilian, they are gone. You have to do what you are told.
And no, I'm saying, can't Biden order them to do it? And why won't he?
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for it to go through Walter Reed. I don't know.
All I know is that, I can understand Trump not ordering anything because he sort of had that anti-vaccine group on his side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of those anti-vaccine, he sort of made it political.
Right. This would not have. It turned into a political hot button issue, which it never should have. It was always a medical problem.
I guess I just don't understand it.
I think that's where both sides screwed up.
Like Steve says, once you get into basic, you just don't even give him a choice. Just the same day we're cutting your hair, you're also going to get a shot in your arm.
Oh, thank God, I don't have to worry about that.
You know what I mean? Here goes your vaccine. We're cutting your hair, and you're getting the vaccine. Boom.
I mean, when I first got all vaccinated and everything in the military, it was the guns. Like, oh, what all you got in there? Oh, we don't know. It's a couple of different shots. Right here. Go next.
Yeah.
And you'd walk through and you'd get hit in both shoulders with those vaccine guns.
I guarantee if they did it during basic training and they did something like, people that get into this line, you are going to run your 3 miles today. People who get in this line, you get the morning off, but you'll have to take a vaccination shot. I guarantee everybody get freaking vaccinated then.
3 miles. Oh, that's light.
Whatever the hell. I don't know how basic works, but you got this group's going to be running. This group's going to be getting a vaccination. I guarantee you get a lot of people lined up to take the vaccination.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, any reason to get out of PT for a day, you were all about it.
Yeah.
You were all about it. 3 miles basic, man. That was
I read that thing about Marines in the current Marines in the service refusing to take the vaccine. It blew my mind. I didn't even know that was an option. And
I didn't either. I thought once the vaccines were out and they were approved, they would have been in the military installations.
Yes.
All right, go get it. And that would have been it. I'm surprised I'm actually surprised that it's not that type of a situation of go get it. I thought it would have already been an order.
I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean,
Like,
and-
how is it even an issue?
I don't know.
I didn't even think it was real when I read that it was going on. I was like, this can't be real.
I don't know. I have no idea how this is even flying like this. I have no clue.
Oh, well.
Because, like I said, when I was in the service, it was, oh, hey, we got something. Go get your shot.
Yeah.
Done. I didn't question it.
I just don't understand people who I don't understand the refusal. I really don't.
The only provision you have as a service member to disobey an order is when it is an unlawful order. Ordering you to go get vaccines and take care of yourself, that is not an unlawful order. Ordering me to kill 40 POWs that have been captured and they are compliant, that is an unlawful order. I can refuse that. That makes sense now?
This is going to be the easiest question I'll ever ask. There's a new survey, and this will wrap up today because it's already after 9:30. I got to go work out and stuff. But
Right.
A survey asked people to name their least favorite day of the week.
Ugh.
And I don't think there's anyone out there who will get this wrong.
I'm thinking Monday.
What is
They
actually ask people to name your least favorite day of the week. I can't.
Hi, Summer.
Hey, Summer's back.
Yay.
I can't even believe that they asked this question because of course it's Monday.
I hate Mondays.
Of course, 59% of the people who answered.
What? It was that low?
9% said yes. Monday is the worst day of the week. Of course. However, what's shocking, I got to be honest, there's 7 days. The day that finished last is shocking to me.
Really?
Yeah, they asked them, what is the least favorite day of the week?
Mondays. I hate Mondays.
Which day do you think finished last in least favorite day of the week?
I'm going to say like Sunday.
No.
Saturday or so. I would think weekend.
No.
Huh.
Second was Tuesday.
Go figure.
Third was Sunday.
Really?
Is that because you know the next day's Monday or what?
That might be. It's that psychological problem. Ugh.
I would assume the last of the 7 days, if they said, what's your least favorite day of the week? I assumed Friday would be the last one, right?
Well, I figured Saturday, but I was like, well, maybe.
Why would Saturday be your least favorite day?
No, Saturday is my favorite day. That's why I was like, I figured it would be
you're saying it
last.
should be last. Yeah. I agree. Oh, I do agree. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't.
Really?
No. Monday's number 1, Tuesday's 2, Sunday is 3, Wednesday is 4, Friday is 5, Saturday is 6th.
Wow.
That meant Thursday was last.
Wow.
So I don't know why people would, and it's not like you're saying that's the favorite, but that's the least unfavored day of the week is Thursday, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I look forward to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm home.
Yeah.
That's
By the way, Kathy guessed it. Way to go, Kathy.
yeah. But I figured like
Mondays are terrible.
oh
Monday, I'll tell you what. During the morning disaster,
yeah.
and even during the Light of the Lamb show, I used to think Mondays. I used to think the Monday show was one of the best.
Yeah, I kind of geared
The
you up.
Monday show, and here's why. Here's why. The Monday shows were always the best shows because we would write the show. All right,
Uh-huh.
you start writing Sunday night, and then you pick the best bets. You know, the best bits are what we're going to do it on this day, blah, blah, blah. You start planning your days.
Right.
And then you'd write as the week would go on, things would come up and you'd write stuff. By Friday, it's so busy that you'd have a bunch of shit left over, right?
Right.
So my producers would always, after Friday's show, they would run through all the shit we didn't do. This is especially during the Light of Lamb show when Lamb would write
Right.
all those songs, or we'd have all this stuff written, and they'd run, like Noid would run through it with me.
Right.
This is during the Light of Lamb Network days. And he'd say, we didn't do this, didn't do this. I said, oh, good. Save that for Monday. Save that for Monday. So there would be so much shit we didn't do the week before that would all just be thrown in on a Monday. The same thing with the morning disaster.
Like
I used to
Monday
think-
was almost pre-wrote for you.
So Monday was always one of my favorite shows because it was always one of the most pre-planned and there was always so much shit that happened.
Like Jimmy getting his ass kicked by a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, because Jimmy would go out and party. Or whatever the hell, like people would have stories. And so we would literally when we'd be planning the show on Monday morning, it'd be like, oh well, Mikey and Shane or whatever are gonna be in it 7:00. And Mikey's got a story to tell about Jim over at, Rockin' Robbins.
Yeah.
And so when they went to schedule it, they would write stuff like Jim Rockin' Robbins story 7:40.
Right.
So I wouldn't even know what the story was, but they would have a story. So that would just be written into the schedule. So I used to love Monday shows.
Well, then that was your chance on a Monday because you were always with your family or watching a Cubs game for you yourself to catch up with what happened with everybody.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, what? No.
Yeah. and I didn't have a kid then, it was before.
Right.
It was before we had a baby or anything, but yeah, I would hear all the stories. And so I loved Mondays. I'd have all the stuff I didn't play the week before. I had all the stuff that we had written, then I would come in and write stuff. Rocky would write stuff or whoever was producer would write stuff. We'd have leftover stuff. We'd have story. I mean, Mondays was always a great day.
And we had a little bit of that today.
I loved Mondays. This is always one of my favorite days. So
We had a little today. Poor Steve.
yeah. We'll have to introduce Steve to Sandy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you got to start small and work your way up.
Yeah.
Steve keeps asking if he can get a date with Nikki.
We should have Nikki take Steve out.
Steve
You know
can
what I
pick
mean?
her up. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
We should. I bet Steve would show Nikki a good time.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a good idea.
Now we just got to get that damn Nikki.
How we talk Nikki into it.
Well, we could talk her to go to bed at a reasonable time. The reason she's not on the show is she's up till 4 a.m. every goddamn night.
Well, yeah.
So she's never rested enough to wake up and join us,
So,
Yeah.
so there, got to get Nikki on here so she can meet Steve.
Nikki, we're gonna set up Nikki to at least take him out, or at least go to lunch with him or something.
Take him to a swinger party.
Nikki and one of her friends would invite him over and
Oh, there you go.
rock his world. By the way, Brad's saying he loved going to Rockin' Robin's back in the day. It was a great place to shut down after the downtown. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We remember Jim going to Rockin' Robin's and getting punched out by that guy in the wheelchair. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the story of Jimmy getting punched out by the guy in the wheelchair. What a great story.
There's a bunch of stories that float around. It. God, Mikey and Shader have got a bunch of them. Oh, God.
The best. Just the best. God, I love it.
Ass is really sore.
Thanks, Jimmy. Those are the days.
Tiny kids can.
Yeah. Those are the days. Those are the days. Jimmy getting great stories from the weekends.
Oh, God.
All right, we should wrap it up. I gotta go. I gotta go work out. I want to thank you guys for listening. This is it for today's show. Thank you so much. We're back tomorrow at 8:00 with another free version of the show. Chubby Ray Picks coming up this afternoon. For those of you who are subscribers at patreon.com/morning disaster. A free show again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Our sponsors, of course, our good friends at Recontex. That's Recontex. 670-1132. We love them. Make sure now's a good time to get your car detailed, washed, and ready for the spring. Get it done. Hendricks Home Furnishings in Verdon, which is where we figured out we're going to get my mom for her birthday. We figured out what to get her for her birthday.
What are you getting her?
A lift chair.
Really? You were talking about that last week.
She's gotten arthritis or something in her legs.
Yeah.
And she's having a hard time getting up. Like she sits down to watch TV and then she's like, okay, I got to get up. 1, 2. She's counting and it's like, oh my God.
Oh, man. That's getting
Just to try to lift her. So she's rocking and counting, trying to lift herself out of the chair. And so my wife calls Jeff Hendricks and says, hey, do you guys have any of those lift chairs? And he goes, yeah. Or she calls telling him the problem, and he's like, we need to try a lift chair. And so it describes what it does. He goes, it literally lifts up, and then she just sort of falls out of the chair.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? They lift up enough. Yeah. So
it makes it easier for her to get up.
Yeah. So for her, it'll be great. So that's what we're thinking. We want to get her a lift chair.
There you go.
I'm going to go to Hendricks and get that. That's Hendricks in Verdon. You guys should take the short drive. If you need any kind of furniture, take that short drive to Hendricks. All right. Head West Sub Shop. We need to get a Head West. I told you I tried the chicken salad. I liked it. I want to try somebody else's favorite. What's your favorite Head West, everybody? Please let me know so I can try your favorites as well. Like I know mine. I tried. Listener Corey is the one who told me about the chicken salad sandwich, and I tried it. It's amazing. So let me know your favorite so I can try it too. All right.
I think I'm hitting Head West on the way out of town because I'm itching for some Head West.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm doing another chicken. I really like the chicken salad. I might try another one.
And I think I'm going to go back to the turkey bacon ranch. Oh, I love that one.
Get the Head West sandwich at all their locations. The original one on West Jefferson, the Robbins Road location on the west side, the Denver Drive on the northeast side, or the Southern View location. It's Head West. And of course, DTE Technologies with our buddy Rob, 408-0001. That's DTE Technologies. If you need a network set up for your business or your home, or maybe you need a phone system. Whatever you need, Rob can set it up for you. Call DTE 408-0001. Let's wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We will be back tomorrow with another new show starting at 8 o'clock. You guys have a great rest of your Monday. So long, everybody.